guys, welcome back to my channel. So if you cannot tell, I am sick. Like, gross, I know. Happy New Year and welcome back to my channel. I'm so excited to do this video because I'm doing a 2015 favorite. So it's like all my favorites of the whole year. The way that I picked the products that I'm going to talk about is by one, I cannot do my makeup without it, or two, I've repurchased it at least once or more than once. Some stuff that came out in the end of 2015, but a lot of this stuff I've been using the entire year. So I'm going to start with skincare because I have two really awesome products that I have been loving and that have really changed my skin, and they were introduced this year. So the first thing I want to talk about is a face wash, and this is the Soap & Glory Face Soap and Clarity Vitamin C Facial Wash. This stuff I obviously mentioned before in other favorites videos. It is amazing. This stuff cleared my skin up and continues to keep it fairly clear. I love how it makes my skin feel. It's a light exfoliant, but it's not too harsh on the skin, so I use it every day. This is a really big bottle. I have not repurchased this, but only because it's taken me so long to get through this. But I recommend it if you have combination oily skin. Next product is another face wash, and this is the Glam Glow Thirsty Cleanse Daily Treatment Cleanser Mud to Foam Face Wash. I do tend to use this more at nighttime. The Soap & Glory one I'll use in the morning, and then this one I'll use in nighttime. Only because this definitely hydrates my skin, makes it look more plump without making me over excessively oily. It says that it hydrates, restores moisture, replenishes, calms, hydrates, repairs. It does all of that. I also really liked this during the summer when anytime I got a sunburn, this felt really cooling on the skin and just kept it hydrated, so it didn't really peel as much, so I really, really like this. Plus it smells, well, I can't smell anything right now because the nose is plugged, but it smells like coconut. So the next products that I want to talk about are primers. If you have been with me on this channel for a while, you know that once I heard Nikki Tutorials talk about this, actually the first time she talked about this in a video, I went out and bought it. This is the Nivea Men Sensitive Post Shave Balm. The second I saw her use it in a video, I was all about that, and I still continue to use it. I do tend to mix it now with my other favorite primer, which is the Makeup Forever Step 1 Skin Equalizer. This is in the mattifying one. What I'll do is I tend to use this one in the center of my face where I get oily because it keeps you completely mattified. But if I have any dryness around the outside of my face, it's too drying. So then I go in and I use this on the perimeter of my face, and it helps my makeup stay on. It gets like tacky so your makeup sticks to it. I really have been in love with these two primers for different reasons, but I really, really like these. This is the Buxom Show Some Skin Weightless Foundation. I love this. I don't tend to use the flash very much, but it photographs really, really well. And anytime I post a picture on Instagram wearing this foundation, people ask me what I'm wearing because it looks so natural, and it is a light coverage, but you can build it to like a light to medium coverage. But it feels really nice, and it is moisturizing. The next one is the NARS All Day Luminous Weightless Foundation. If you guys have been watching me for a while, you know that in the beginning of this year I was obsessed. This came out towards the beginning of the year, and I love this foundation. Honestly, this color is just a little bit too light for me right now, but the texture of it, the formula, the longevity of it, it literally lasts all day, and it stays on my skin really, really well. It doesn't wear off unevenly or patchy or oily. And then my newest fave of the faves, this came out also this year. This is the Makeup Forever Ultra HD Foundation. They did reformulate their original HD foundation to this one, and I was not a fan of the original one. But this one, I love the coverage. I'm wearing it today. I love the coverage, I love the texture, I love how long it stays on my skin. It doesn't break up on me, and I do get compliments with this one all the time as well. Also photographs beautifully. Moving on, actually I've got a powder foundation to talk about, and this is the Hello Flawless Benefit. Now this one I had not talked about that much in my videos. I think I mentioned it a couple times, but as you can see, it was very loved this year. This is just an awesome powder. This powder, like, it erases your pores. It looks like you are literally flawless. I like it by itself, just on days where I want like a light coverage. I'll just buff this into my skin, add a little mascara, and I'm good to go. Or I like this also on top of all of the foundations that I talked about. This lays beautifully, and it just makes your skin look like soft, velvety, almost like a rose petal kind of finish, and it's just absolutely beautiful. Okay, so next I want to talk about concealers, and my first one I want to talk about is from the drugstore, and this is the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer. I love this stuff. I love the shade 10 and I love the shade 15. I love the shade 15 to brighten and highlight under my eyes, but it also has really good coverage and covers all of my darkness or discoloration under the eyes. But then I love shade 10 for spot concealing around my face. This has a little bit of a yellow undertone, so it cancels redness around my face really, really well. These last a long time, and for being like $5, they're so good. And the next one I want to talk about is a high-end one, and this is the Urban Decay Naked Skin Weightless Complete Coverage Concealer. This is just beautiful. I have this under my eyes today, and honestly, this is probably my favorite concealer of all time right now, because I find that I don't have to set this with powder, and I think it just looks beautiful and natural and like skin, which I like. Moving on to my favorite bronzer. This is obviously not going to be any surprise if you watch my videos. This is the Pixi by Petra Beauty Bronzer in the color Summertime. This was actually one that I got during the summer in my Ipsy bag, and I have hit pan. It's still going strong. I love everything about this bronzer. This is my perfect bronzer. But whether I'm tan, whether I'm pale, you know, because you can build it up or I can put it on lightly. It does have a little bit of a sheen to it, but it is not sparkly at all. It is definitely a brown, bronzy tone, and it doesn't look orange on the skin. I just think that everything about this is beautiful. The texture, and I really like how long it lasts on my skin. Like, it doesn't wear off like some bronzers. And then the brush that I love to apply it with, which is a new favorite of mine this year, this is the e.l.f. powder brush. I would not suggest to use this for powder all over the face because I think it applies it too thick, but this is awesome for bronzer. I think that it applies this bronzer specifically so beautifully, and you can get a sharp edge if you want to contour, which is also really nice, and it blends so fast that you don't have to sit there and blend your bronzer forever. You just slap it on and you're good to go. This is the Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector pressed powder in the color Rose Gold. I have been loving this for a long time. This is a little sample size that I got over the summer, but I have been using this all the time. I use this over top of blushes. I use it as a blush by itself. I don't typically use it as a highlighter. I did a little bit when I was more tan, but it's just absolutely beautiful. It is a little bit on the sparkly side for me. I do find that sometimes I look like I have a little bit of glitter on my face, but it's not overpowering and it's not chunky. It's absolutely beautiful. It's definitely a rose copper color, and it just gives you a nice flush. I am wearing it as blush today. If you don't want to wear bronzer, blush, and highlight, you can use this product by itself and you kind of get all three. I do have two highlighters. One is the Laura Geller Gilded Honey or Baked Gelato Swirl Illuminator, and this highlighter is absolutely beautiful. Like, this is my favorite highlighter of all time because it is so beautiful. It is a very shiny gold color, and it gives your cheeks the look of being wet, which is really in right now, but I don't hate it. I love it. I love it to have a glow. I could wear this every day. I have been wearing it every day since I bought it, which was a couple months ago, so. The next one I want to talk about, which I loved this almost all year, this is the e.l.f. Big Blush in Pinktastic, and this is a highlighter. I've talked about this many times on my channel. It is a beautiful pink tone highlight, but again, it doesn't look glittery, it doesn't look shimmery, it just looks beautiful and shiny and healthy and glossy, like your skin is just wet, and it's, again, beautiful. And for being $3, this is where it's at. For me, this was the year of my brows. I was trying everything and anything to work on my brows. I did do a brow video earlier this year, and to be honest, I look back at it and I'm like, what was I thinking? Because I do them completely different now. If you would like to see how I do them now, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up and I will do another one. I'm so much more proud of them now, and it's really, I really think it's because of this product. This is the NYX Tame & Frame Tinted Brow Pomade. I tried the Anastasia ones, which I really do like, and I think they last a little bit longer than this one. I've been using those for years, like 2 or 3 years. But this one, I find that I can find a better color in. They don't have a large color range in the NYX ones, but this color, which is Espresso is by far the best color for my brows and to match my hair color. So I still do use the Anastasia brush number 12 with the spoolie on the end, but I use it with this NYX pomade, and it's just so much easier. I find that this stays on a long time. It's pretty much waterproof. It does not dry out as quick as the Anastasia one does. Now for eyeliners, I wore winged eyeliner almost all year, and if I was wearing a winged eyeliner, it was most likely this. This is the NYC eyeliner. I've gone through multiple of these. It's just super, super black. It dries to a matte finish, and it's really, really easy to get a thick or thin line. And I find that getting a wing on the end to make it really sharp tip, this is just really awesome. It can be a little bit hard to work with at first when you first try it out, but all I have to say about that is practice, 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 practice. Keep doing it over and over and over again, and once you get the hang of it, you'll have the best, sharpest wings out there. So moving into eyeshadow. This was really hard for me because obviously I've used lots of palettes, lots of single eyeshadows. So I wanted to narrow it down to one palette, which was really, really difficult. Not that difficult. I chose the Kat Von D Shade and Light Eye Palette. As you know, I've talked about this before, this is perfect for everybody. Anybody can use these eyeshadows. Mine has definitely been loved and used a lot. You can do so many different looks with them. If you want more of a natural look, you've got, you know, your lighter shades. If you want to do a darker, dramatic look, you've got them. It's completely matte, so it's very versatile for all skin types, all skin tones. They have cool, they have warm, they have neutral colors, and that's all I'm going to say about that. It comes with a really nice mirror, and if you do not own this, I highly recommend this. Okay, for lip products, I have a ton of stuff. I tried to narrow it down to just my favorites, so this is what we have. So I'm going to start with, let's start with liquid lipsticks. My first favorite is the ColourPop Ultra Matte Lipstick, Liquid Lipstick in the color Tulle. I've worn this in a couple videos, especially my ColourPop review grunge look. If you have not seen it, I will link that down below. Such a beautiful color, pigmented. It is very drying, like extremely drying, so I do recommend putting lip balm underneath it, but once you do, it's absolutely beautiful. The other one that I really liked this year was Meet Matte Hues. Actually, all of these are really good. The Balm liquid lipsticks, these are all really, really beautiful, but this is my favorite color. This is in the color Committed. It's a little bit lighter than Tulle from ColourPop, but again, these textures are very creamy and obviously very drying, but again, I just put a lip balm underneath it and they are so comfortable to wear. This one is more comfortable than the ColourPop, but they're both really pretty. Something that was a new launch this year was the Revlon Ultra HD Matte Lip Colors, and although they're supposed to be a liquid lipstick, they are not as drying. They're definitely a lot more comfortable to wear on the lips and for a longer period of time. They don't dry completely, but they do have like a soft matte finish, especially if you blot it. This one is the color, I believe, Seduction. I also really love this one. This is the color Love, and it's a very bright red. I've worn it a lot, and it's on Instagram, so if you want to see it. Another product is the NARS Audacious Lipstick in the color Anita. So beautiful. This is another one of those like My Lips But Better, but definitely a little bit darker. It's a very true mauve brown color. But the texture of these is out of this world. It's very creamy, very moisturizing, but lasts a long time. So I have no idea how they did it, but these lipsticks are just amazing. And that is it for all my standout products that I use on a regular basis, that I stand by, that I recommend. And if you guys have any other questions or have your favorite products, don't forget to list them in the comments below and let me know, because I love reading your comments. And just press the big red button, and then you'll be subscribed and get notified every time I upload a video. So I hope you guys had a great 2015 and Happy New Year's, and here's to a wonderful 2016. I'll see you in my next video. Bye!